And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel. Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And on today's episode of Art of Collecting, I've got a really cool custom Scream art piece to show you guys. I think you're really going to like it, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be announcing a giveaway, so that'll be cool. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Also, I've got some more custom slipcovers to show you guys, including one for Gamer, which didn't have a slipcover when it came out. And we'll play a little bit of thumbs up and thumbs down and talk about, well, the packaging and what we liked and what we didn't like. All that and much more on another episode of Art of Collecting. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the giveaway. Last week I mentioned that I'd be starting a giveaway this week. And basically the giveaway is going to be for a custom slipcover. If you're interested in winning one of those, all you got to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, and comment, whatever you like, but just put hashtag slipcover in the comment section. That lets me know that you want to be entered for the slipcover. It's going to be for U.S. residents only, pretty much just because of that shipping cost. I really hate that, and I'm really sorry, but it's so expensive to ship international. And as long as I have at least 10 people that are interested, if I get 10 people a week that are willing to be participants in this, then I'll keep the contest rolling for at least the month of August. So we'll do 4 weeks, and we'll see how it goes. If there's enough people interested. Sometimes there are, sometimes they're not. Well, usually I do my favorite slip of the week, and to be honest, there just really wasn't a whole lot that came out last week that I was, super in love with as far as the look of it. If I had to pick something, I guess it probably would have been maybe the Walmart edition of the, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That was pretty nice looking slipcover on that one. Nothing else really, stood out to me too much. And this week, that's such a slow release week that there really won't be anything next week for me to talk about on that front either. It'd probably be the Flatliners slipcover from Arrow, maybe. I don't even know, really. Honestly, that one's it's okay, but it's a slow week. So we'll just kind of skip over those, and let's go ahead and jump into a little thumbs up, thumbs down, and even that's a little light this week, to be honest. We did get the Scream Factory releases announcements for October. We could talk about those a little bit. Now, I did a video, where I kind of talked about it already, so I feel like I'm repeating myself. So we'll just move through it pretty quickly. Return of the Living Dead, I really like that cover. The original artwork is awesome, so that one's getting 2 thumbs up for that one. That's a great cover. The original artwork is really nice, and nothing wrong with that. So 2 thumbs up on that one. The Halloween set itself, well, I'm glad that they're continuing with the artwork and the style that they did with the first 5 movies. You're getting the slip box. It's the same style of art. They're still showing all those leaves. I'm glad they're continuing with it, because I wouldn't want them to, change direction now. You want the whole set to look uniform. So for that reason, I'm glad, but I really didn't care for the artwork that much. So, and it's kind of weird that, you get a box set for this one, but not the first 5. It's going to make it feel kind of out of place on the shelf. You'll probably just want to take them out of the box, really. But I understand why they had to do it and all that, all the rights, licensing agreements and all that sort of stuff. But, it is what it is. I'm excited for the movies, but as far as the artwork and the packaging goes, I'm just giving it one thumb up. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures coming to us on 4K. And even though it's got the special edition price and the special edition poster, it's not a special edition, so we're not getting a slipcover for it. So, that sucks. And so next week on the show, I'm going to be giving you at least 2 4K slipcovers for Bill and Ted. I'm going to make them up. I don't know what I'm going to do about the back yet. That information would, of course, like if I use the specs and everything, if I can't find a picture of those, I may just use sort of a mock-up of it. But, of course, when the movie came out, I would put the real specs and everything on, like on the, the way the movie should be. But I'm going to show you at least a couple of different options for some Bill and Ted 4K slipcovers on next week's show. At least 2, maybe more. Got to see how many cool photos and artwork and different things that I can find, and I'll see what I can come up with. Should be fun. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I want to talk about 2 other movies coming out that I'm really excited for. They're both 2 thumbs up. Spoiled that one for you a little bit. But coming out on October 18th is a movie that I still don't know what it is, but the artwork drew me in, and I'm probably going to be putting in a pre-order here shortly, and that is 2 Witches. It's coming to us from Arrow. They usually do really nice artwork. This is going to be one of those fat packs with the booklet in it. It's got the rigid slip box, the booklet, the movie. Very cool artwork on here. I really like the artwork quite a bit. And, the artwork's what makes me want to buy it, makes me want to check it out. I need to look up a trailer, but I'm looking forward to this already. October 18th. You can pre-order it on Zavi for $27.99. On Amazon right now they have it listed as $39.99, but I'm sure it'll come down, to that $28 price tag. But you can get it on Zavi for $27.99 right now. And the other one is coming out on November 1st, and that is the 25th anniversary Steelbook edition of Starship Troopers. This is really cool. I love the artwork on this one as well. Great movie, by the way, and this artwork is pretty neat. I like it because it's cartoony, but it's not like super graphic. It's more, I don't want to say basic. Basic, is such a bad word these days. But I like it simple, a little bit simpler, but very cool looking, very colorful, very bold. And I think would look great on a shelf. It'd look great like being displayed. And, it's a fun movie, so it's got some fun artwork to go with it. Both these movies that I mentioned are both 2 thumbs up, and I'm picking them both up. Well, I mentioned Bill and Ted not coming with a slipcover, and that happens occasionally. We get the 4Ks that come out, and they don't have a slipcover available on the retail version, so you have to go to the custom market if you want one. And Gamer came out on 4K, and it was just like that, a very bare bones release of a movie. It didn't have much to it at all, and they didn't give it a slipcover either, so I thought I would have to give it one. And so this is what I ended up coming up with. You may have seen this photo out there. It's a pretty cool photo. I wanted it to be a little bit different than the than the cover of the movie. There's the movie, and I could have just copied this one, and that would be fine, and that would be very doable. But just to be different, I ended up going with this cover. There's the spine, and I went with that for the back. And again, I could just put the specs and everything on there, you know, for the back. You know, that would have been fine too. But I decided to go with another image, and of course this could also be the front image with the specs on the back. You know, you can, when you're customizing, you can just do it so many different ways. But that is the Gamer slipcover that I came up with. I did enjoy Gamer. It's a fun movie, I think, but boy, that, you know, no HDR and no slipcover. They sure didn't spend the money on that release. Alright, let me show you a few other slipcovers that I've made this week. This one I made for myself, and I think it's an underrated John Carpenter movie. Let me know in the comments section, do you agree or not? But that is The Ghost of Mars. And this is the slipcover that I came up with. And I actually just went with the, you know, kind of the specs from the back there. Couldn't really find a whole bunch of images that I was just in love with. But I did find this one, and I kind of liked it. You know, there was the there's the the cover just on Blu-ray. This would be a cool 4K if they ever would want to put this one on 4K. That would be nice. But right now it's just on Blu-ray, and I think it's an underrated movie. I really enjoy it. Very scary looking bad guy. He's very cool looking. You know, when that whole group attacks, you know, the handful of survivors you got there. Very cool fight scene. Yeah, I enjoy the movie quite a bit. I like it. And this next one is interesting because I have two covers for it. I've got two different versions. And this one was actually an order. Someone wanted a copy of this one. And so I gave them a couple options. I ended up liking both a lot. And so I made one for myself, and then I just made another one just to show off and let you guys take a look at it so you can see. And that is for the movie Youre Next. And let me show you the original. You know, there's just the Blu-ray case there, and this is sort of that t-shirt design cover, and I like it. Very, very graphic, very bold, very colorful. Looks pretty good. The side, the spine, I just gave it the Lionsgate, the Blu-ray, the title, and little cartoon. And then for the back, I thought this design was really nice. Just kind of simple, not as bold as the front cover, and I thought made a really nice back artwork. I kind of like that when you have something a little bit more subtle on what's supposed to be the back, and then you really kind of blow it out in the front and go with something a little bit more bold, a little bit more graphic. And so that's the first version. I did a second version, and the second version is actually the one that the person wanted. And there it is. I've seen this artwork online before. I did change the title down here. There was a different font on it. So I went ahead and changed that. But this is also a very cool cover. And you could put this cover in the front and, you know, you could do this cover in the back if you really wanted to. There's nothing wrong with that either. You know, if you just wanted to throw both of these artworks on the back and just skip out on the this picture, and that's fine too. You know, lots of ways to do it, but very, very awesome horror movie. One of my favorites. Definitely one of the toughest final girls ever in this movie. She was awesome. Love the movie though. Very, very good. And now that brings us to the art piece that I made, the Scream art piece. And I'll tell you the inspiration for this. It's, you know, when you would go to the video store, and, you know, back in the days when VHSs were out especially. Like the mom and pop video stores, before they started coming up with the blockbuster stuff. And, you know, you would go up to the counter, and there would be those promotional standees that would be on there, and they would usually have a movie that was coming soon, you know, letting you know that in the next few weeks or the next month or so, this movie's going to be coming out. And maybe you could pick up a copy there at the store, or, you know, you put your name on a rental list. I mean, anybody ever remember that? You'd get your name on the list, and they'd call you when it came in. I mean, those were the days of mom and pop, before the Blockbuster had, like, you know, 500 copies. So I came up with something similar to that, and it's for Scream. And I used the I used like a newer image over here, and then I came up with this mock VHS style tape. See, it is 3D. It's a replica of a VHS tape. It is not an actual VHS tape. I did like do the bottom and everything to make it look like a VHS tape. You know, says at the top, coming soon. Says at the bottom, reserve your copy today. I could have went with some older artwork over here, but you know, it's really about just preference or however you would want to do it. And on the back, you know, I've got the little pedestal feet. You know, so it does stand up. Let me put it on a board here, and yeah, so there it is, like standing. It is the same size as a VHS tape, the exact same size. There's the top. And there's checking out the bottom again. And you could kind of make these however you wanted to. Like, you could have them say whatever. You could have it say new release. You know, you could have a bigger sign at the top and have it say the name of your mom and pop video store that you went to as like a kid or whatever. You know, you could really just do whatever you wanted to with these types of things. And you don't even have to stick to the, you know, I could have done the original poster over here and then turn the video cassette into like the newer artwork. You know, that's the fun part about customizing it. You pretty much do whatever you want to do. This was a little bit labor intensive though. This wasn't easy. Like I said, I mean, you know, this video cassette, I mean, I totally made that whole thing. I'll show you a couple things. It's like, you know, there's the template, you know. That was for the front, and then you do one for the back, and then you end up putting them together. And you know, you create that box. That's the way that's done. Then it's just glued onto the backing board, and the backing board is just foam board with some printer sticker paper on it that was printed out, and then I applied those pedestal feet on there so that you get the standee feature, and it just stands really easy. It's super nice, looks good on a shelf. It takes up a lot of room, but and it's only falling because I'm like moving this thing around so much. But there you go, man. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this. Is this pretty cool? I mean, I don't know. I really dig it. I kind of like it. I don't know how many of these I'm going to, be making, what all movies I'll be making them for. I have designed a few already. I've done one for E.T. I've done one for... I was working on one for Night of the Living Dead. I thought it'd be kind of cool since the movies were coming out. The movie on 4K was coming out. I've thought about doing one for Chopping Mall, just because it's one of my old favorites. I don't know. Really, you could do it for about any movie. I mean, all you gotta have is the photos, the images, and some time. It takes a little bit of time. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. That's going to do it for today's video. Enter that giveaway. Get yourself a custom slipcover. Be on the lookout for next week's video. We're going to show you those Bill and Ted 4K, possibilities for slipcovers. If anyone's interested in some of those. And maybe I'll even have some more, another VHS little mock-up to show you guys. Who knows? Who knows what I'll get into. But until next week, until next time, stay safe, have fun, keep watching those movies. And yeah, I'll see you next week.